What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to brand new video. Welcome back to the channel, man. Now look, man, you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, Koala Cam, why are you so late to the upload, blah blah blah. But look, man, the truth is I just got done with my differentials test. Like, I had to take it online and it started at 1:30, but the whole test, like, see, the thing about these harder classes, bro, the test, like today right now, it took me 1 hour and 30 minutes to do that test. Like, I still got my graphing calculator out here on my desk. I just got done with my test. Now this episode did drop at 2 o'clock and my test started at 1:30, so I just got done at like 3:05 for me right now. But we finna go ahead and get into the last episode. This thing is 28 minutes long, so I'm glad they're ending it off with a 30-minute episode, and hopefully we get like news in this episode that she's kind of free from doing that stuff now, but we shall see, bro. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below. I don't want the 6,000 subscribers. Other than that though, let's check it out, man.
The special thing about Demi is she has just a very real and honest soul about her. When you meet her, when you're in a room with her, the boisterous laugh that comes out of her. She's just no bullshit when it comes to even, you know, just her spirit and her energy and her laughter. When you look at artists like Demi and people that publicly have to go through struggles, nothing can define you within a moment in time. But I think you truly do have to go through some things and some lessons to catapult yourself to the next level. She's a real gem, that one.
I'm Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell in here. Bro, he looks so old, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Hey. He got old, bro.
She's a real gem, that one.
I'm Will Ferrell. I'm, depending on who you talk to, either a beloved comedic actor or hated for everything I say or do. Demi came and did a cameo on our movie Eurovision. She was sharing with me how a lot of my movies really helped her through her rehab experience. It really touched me. I just happened to be watching the Grammys when she performed her song, and I wrote her like that next day to just say, hey, I hope I'm not bothering you, but I watched you last night. That was just incredible to watch you be that vulnerable. And I don't write emails like this, usually. I just felt
Will Ferrell, bro.
Wanting to kind of let her know, like, hey, you are now affecting me in a way that you should feel really proud of.
I first heard Demi Lovato's music quite a while ago, and I loved her voice. I asked her to come and duet with me on Don't Go Breaking My Heart when I promoted it at the Wilton Theatre in Los Angeles. And that's when I first met her, and I loved her so much. When you're young and you're famous, my God, it's tough. You are put up on a...
Bruh, you right, bruh. Just like this one rapper said, I like listening to him. His name's No Cap. He was like, there ain't no such thing as too much money, but there's a such thing as too famous. That's a hard-hitting line right there. When you get so famous to where you can't even live your normal life like you're supposed to, that sucks, okay? A lot of people think that with the money, it's just this big wall of happiness, and it's not like that, right? Because if you're too famous, you can't even go out and shop at the mall, like just you being you like you want to, bro. You gotta constantly have security, bro, you know. So being young like that, that's tough, bro. That's tough. Like YouTube, you can't really get, no matter if you got 10 million, you know, you like, if you go out in public, I feel like YouTube subscribers are not at a too famous extent unless you're somebody like PewDiePie, because that's just a lot of subscribers. But for me, okay, let's say if I have 10 mil, I go into a mall, I'm gonna run into some fans, take some pictures here, but it ain't gonna be like, oh my gosh, like Demi Lovato type, like she walked through the mall, the whole mall's falling on her, you know what I'm saying?
Pedestal, and you're not supposed to be human. Demi Lovato is God. She's fantastic. She's you know, she's perfect. But of course, we're not perfect. We're all human beings. She's human and she's adorable and she's brave.
Bruh, that music video of this song right here, some strong stuff, man.
We were so geared up with the Grammys and with Super Bowl, and then everything got put on hold, and I can't imagine how scary that was for you.
I don't think that I would have been able to appreciate the big things that are going to come in the future had I not been able to appreciate the little things now.
Hi. My quarantine has been really beneficial to my mental health.
Obviously, I hated that people were getting sick, and
In other times of my life, I've always tried to find the good in things, and that's what I did with this. It was like, how can I use this experience to work on myself?
I know 2020 is a dark year for all of us, but it feels dirty to say this. She's had like the best year ever.
Through this quarantine, she's grown so much. She's meditating and doing all of these different things for herself.
Even if it's as small as stretching before bed, things that I just didn't take time to do before quarantine, I'm now taking time to do. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna take this time to spend with my family and get to know my boyfriend and cuddle with my dogs more.
Bro, I hope this man treating her right, bro.
With the whole family.
My mom came to me and she was like, listen, I just want to let you know, Demi's met this guy, and I think he's going to be around for a while.
there have been times in my life where I've
I hope
felt
so.
so alone. Now that I have found him, I feel amazing.
Hi guys, this is so weird talking to the camera by myself while my boyfriend's asleep. Oh my god, fiance.
Oh shit, for real? That shocked me.
So,
I didn't know she was.
yeah, I don't know if you caught that, but this is the ring.
Ooh.
She texted me and said, I met the man that I'm going to marry. That was what, March 6th or 7th or something like that, and I think they've been together every single night since. And now
For
they're getting
real?
married, so she was right.
When she announced that she was engaged, I was very happy about that. I was so happy that she was with someone that was making her so happy.
I'm kind of scared to know life without quarantine with him.
Although there was a lot of concerns, we were all still really happy that she was just feeling so good and that she had somebody with her through this time.
That's good, bro. That's good.
So, my life has kind of flipped upside down. I am no longer engaged.
Oh, dang.
I'm really sad that things ended the way that they did. Good news is
Oh,
I haven't
intentions.
picked up any hard drugs or anything like that. I'm hanging in there. Ugh. It's just shitty.
I see, like, that's another thing too. Like, being too famous, everybody knows you, so you don't know who is really with you, or if they just for the money. Like, you know what I mean? Either they just for the money, or they act like you don't even know for real.
The video I made earlier wasn't an accurate representation of what I'm going through. So I thought this whole time that I didn't miss him. I just missed the person that I started quarantining with. And I don't know how to give my heart
Dang.
to someone after this.
Last interview, we started, and do you know what you did to start?
The biggest change in my life is I'm engaged.
You looked at me and you just got engaged.
Oh shit. Ugh.
Ooh, that hit her, boy.
Got
That hit.
engaged a week ago today. It was just the best day of my life. I felt like I was floating. It's been a whirlwind ever since.
What?
Honestly, what happened? I think I rushed into something
that I thought was what I was supposed to do. I realized as time went on that I didn't actually know the person that I was engaged to. Like all the people that were like, oh, they rushed into it, or, you know, oh, it's not gonna last, and then like you proved them right. We were only together 4 or 5 months.
Yes.
And like, honestly, it was false advertising.
Yeah.
When you both got into your separate work modes, you're like, this is not the person that I thought it was. Because it was 2020. You didn't get to normally date like you do.
Right. It's just like, of course that accelerated, and I didn't even have my best friends to hang out with in quarantine. The hardest part of the breakup was mourning the person that I thought he was.
Yeah. And the life you thought you were gonna have.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
of
like.
course. But I'm not the only one who felt fooled. I mean, I was just as shocked as the rest of the world at some of the things that were said and done.
When you were done, you were done.
I was
Yes. Done.
And I'm like, how are you? You're like, I'm good.
Yes, she was. And she is.
If I found a Demi Lovato, I would want to lock her down too. Do you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
There's so much more of me that I have yet to explore, and one of the good things about this experience is that I've used this time to look within, and also I feel like I'm actually too queer to marry a man in my life right now. I'm not willing to
But that really upset her, bro. You know?
like put a label on it right this second, and I think I will get there, but there's a lot of things I have to do for myself first. I want to allow myself the ability to live my life in the most authentic form possible, which I just haven't done because of my past and some things that I've needed to work on.
When they chose to call off the engagement, it was an incredible example of just, you know, how she has, you know, grown and matured and developed in terms of the ability to be in pain and be scared, and the ability to say like, oh yeah, I want the relief that I used to associate with using those types of drugs, and I don't want to.
If there was ever a time where you were going to do drugs, I think it would be after you broke off your engagement. Given everything that's happened, are you entirely sober now?
Hold up. Bruh, that's the big question, bruh. I had a person in my comment section that was talking to me saying like, you know, she's saying all this, saying all that, saying all this, saying all that in the last 3 episodes, but she never said she was fully sober, bro. So they waited for this question at episode 4, so she didn't answer it. Why she answer?
That shutting the door on things makes me want to open the door even more. I've learned that it doesn't work for me to say I'm never gonna do this again.
I've really, really struggled with this. I know I'm done with the stuff that's gonna kill me, right? But like, I wish that I could get some relief, maybe through like weed or something, right? And
Dang.
telling myself that I can never have a drink or smoke marijuana, like, I feel like that's setting myself up for failure because I am such a black and white thinker. I had had it drilled into my head for so many years that one drink was equivalent to a crack pipe.
For real?
I've been hesitant to share until now that I've been smoking weed and drinking in moderation after almost dying from the OD, and after so many years of being the poster child of sobriety. I didn't want people to criticize me for that. And I also don't want people to hear that and think that they can just go out and try having a drink or smoking a joint, you know, because it isn't for everybody. Recovery isn't a one-size-fits-all solution.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be forced to get sober if you're not ready. You shouldn't get sober for other people. You have to do it for yourself.
What Demi has continued to do is she continues to search for what is her path. What does work for her? The ability for her to be able to share, hey, I'm going to try smoking weed. Okay, let's talk about that. I don't want to be completely abstinent. You know, I want to be able to see if I can have a drink.
The weed thing is very new. I think she's exploring her boundaries with that now.
It does kind of scare me now to know that she isn't sober.
You know, I don't know if being dead sober would be the best thing for her, honestly. I don't know if it wouldn't, though. I think that that's not really my place.
One thing for sure, two things for certain, is that her smoking weed is not nowhere near as bad as what she used to do. So I feel like her, like, so we have to, so like with her, they have to take baby steps. You know what I'm saying? They can't just go straight from nothing, or they can't just go straight from that to nothing. It'll mess her up.
Moderation doesn't work. Sorry. If you drink, you're going to drink more. If you take a pill, you're going to take another one. You either do it or you don't.
Demi knows the whole moderation thing is not something I truly agree with. What I've learned with addiction is if I push her to do what I want, I push her away. I can't control her. What I can do is be a friend and hope that she's right.
Yep.
Any path that is right for someone else does not mean that it is an effective, meaningful, safe path for you. Being dogmatic about, oh, someone must be abstinent and they can never have another substance is just as harmful as saying, oh, well, moderation works for Demi Lovato, therefore it'll work for me. And so my hope is that the message that people get is that we encourage people to explore and say, what is truly meaningful to me and what actually works for me?
I feel like the point that my sister's in her life right now is that she's finally learning to find balance in every element of her life.
Cheers to being alive. I don't know.
Okay.
That guy right there in the middle, that's bruh. That guy right there, he's what she needs, bruh. That's all I gotta say. Not marriage wise, but I'm talking friendship wise, bruh. Cause she always seems happy with him. He's always gassing her up, making her feel better. She needs something like that,
I never found recovery in my eating disorder fully until I found balance in my food, in my exercise. And I know that it'll still affect me for the rest of my life, but it's manageable, and the voice has gotten so quiet that it no longer rules my life, and I no longer feel like I'm in a prison.
Demi had told me a story in the past of like 8 years straight she had gotten watermelon cakes for her birthday, and it was always devastating because they were trying to keep her weight down.
When I would
watermelon
go to trips with her
cakes.
previously was
I never heard of that
understanding,
before.
We will eat when she eats, but there will be no snacking outside of that. This trip to Palm Springs, we ate whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted. She had 3 birthday cakes, which was a huge deal for her because previously she had just had watermelon cakes.
Yes.
Wait, where's that from?
Susie cakes.
Susie cakes.
Yes.
We haven't had a Susie cake for your birthday ever? This is so cool.
Happy birthday.
Demi was like, this is great. We get to just...
Now, like, it's what happened with her. But on my behalf, bro, let me just say something right quick. And don't get mad, bro. I love icing, right? I love icing on a birthday cake, bro. Whipped cream, it's a little bit healthier than icing, but I don't like the taste of whipped cream. But here's the thing. So I always want to eat icing on a cake. So like let's say I had a cake in my kitchen, right? I would go eat a piece, or I would go in there and be like, oh yeah, I'm finna devour this. I'm finna eat 5 slices. But icing is so daggum sweet that you eat 1 slice and you're done. Like you don't even want to look at it no more. You want to throw it away.
Enjoy food with each other. And so we had this kind of aha moment where it's like, this is okay. We can have 3 birthday cakes because it is your birthday and we're celebrating it. And this is something we're sharing together. And I watched her in real time realize that was something she could do. And it was really beautiful.
Wow, breath.
That's the best part about my life today, is that I'm in control of it, and what I eat is my decision. What I don't eat is my decision. What I do is my decision, and I'm really, really, really grateful of the team that I have today.
Who are those people that you're referring to, the team today?
Definitely Max, Scott, and Scooter, obviously. I just have so many incredible people in my life today.
And that the people in her life continue to support her being authentic and her ability to make her own choices.
I am very, very aware of how blessed, lucky I am Not everybody has the same resources or capabilities to get the help they need.
Not everyone's going to have a case manager and a therapist and a head of security and, you know, all of these people around them. But that's not necessary for someone to be able to, you know, explore their path. The key is, do I have people in my life who I trust, who I can be honest with, and who I feel will support me?
Isolation is the worst thing you can do. Ask for help. Asking for help was so hard for me because I thought I could do everything myself. The great thing about Demi is that she has opened up about her addictions and her problems and the stress and the pressure of fame at such a young, early age. And a lot of people are afraid to open up about it. And I think once you open up about it, you get the monkey off your back and you come out in the open. It doesn't mean to say you're cured, because you never will be. Addiction is a lifelong thing, but you can have the most fantastic life. I've been sober 30 years. I've had the most incredible things happen to me, and I'm hoping that she does too, because she's such a great girl.
If something happens with me, if I'm feeling a certain way, like, I don't wait until I'm triggered to do something. I text my therapist, I text my case manager, I text whoever it is, hey, my depression's acting up. Just so you know. Even if that's all it is, just so someone's aware, because in that moment it takes a little bit of the power away. I deal with depression on a level that most people will probably never understand, which is why I've always turned to drugs too, and eating disorder, because all of these things stop me from taking that permanent step. I'm constantly talking about it, and I'm constantly open about it. And that way I'm not waiting to the last minute and I'm suicidal to get help. Getting ahead of the curve and being proactive, taking steps that are gonna put safety precautions in place. That's why the Vivitrol shot is really important to me.
Vivitrol, what it does is it actually blocks the opiate receptors. It will keep you from getting high.
Do I ever
Oh, for real?
again? No. Do I think I will? Absolutely not. But I still get it, just because, at least for a few years, it can't hurt me.
So you put precautions in place for your addiction.
Wait, did she say she still gets it?
Ever want to touch heroin again? No. Do I think I will? Absolutely not. But I still get it, just because, at least for a few years, it can't hurt me.
So you put precautions in place for your addiction and for your depression.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check in on something that you revealed to the world 10 years ago, your bipolar diagnosis. How does your diagnosis affect your life today?
Well, that's a really interesting question, because I've been told that they think I was misdiagnosed when I was 18. I came out to the public when I found out I was bipolar, because I thought that it put a reasoning behind my actions.
Oh, for real? Whoa. Demi Lovato left the Jonas Brother tour after hitting back in that. Dang. Sheesh.
Put a reasoning behind my actions.
I know about this now.
But what I didn't do was get a second opinion. You take something public, you become an advocate for it. I was acting out when I was 18 for many reasons, but I know now from multiple different doctors that it was not because I was bipolar. And I had to grow up. I had to grow the up.
This thing be deep,
What
man.
would you do to keep a pair of these? Would you break yours?
Nothing. No, I wouldn't. Did she move out of the other place?
Everything's so cool.
Thanks.
Or does she still got that house?
I am this chair.
yeah,
These
you
are
are
my
this
legs now.
Art is insane.
Oh, Ella wants to show you.
Ella,
Oh,
what do you have
Ella
to show
said
me, baby?
This is my puppet
Hey,
area.
little girl.
You're doing your little
We're
empty
gonna
cribs.
Come on, this is so exciting.
Dining room. Wow.
I was just saying, I love how gay your house is.
Your house is
it's
so perfectly
gay.
gay.
The kitchen's not done. Like, I have to paint
It's
it.
too straight, yeah.
It's too straight.
It's too straight. We have to fix it. I also, Demi, love this little butt.
Oh yeah, the pottery is like everything to me. Wow.
What's so nice about this place is, like, especially after the breakup and everything, I get to move out and start new, start fresh. I've never had a house that encompasses my personality more than this one does.
That's
It's
good.
Glamorous, it's fun, it's, you know, colorful, and you have everything from the Netflix series Ratched-inspired basement to a shroom room on the 3rd floor.
Shroom room.
Holy
What is that?
Whoa.
And you can like pause it on colors. I wanted something
A shroom.
so out there that no one has in their
Oh,
house.
like basically
The
like a
concept of the room
cloud.
is like less about what you do in it, but actually what it inspires inside of you. I have this room to be creative in.
You don't have to do shrooms to
But
come
you-
in here, but you
exactly.
feel like
But
you're
you
on
feel-
something.
Exactly.
You feel like you're on shrooms. Mushrooms.
In the studio, Demi is in her happy place. She feels free there. She feels she can be honest there. When she's in the studio, I think she's actually truly present.
We're just oceans and waves. We're just one in the same. So don't let the sun say.
Now you're getting it. Yes.
I'm just excited to release music I've been working on for years now. My life has changed more in the past 2 years than it has my whole life. With that comes reworking of an album.
We're not worried about making the pop radio hits. I told her, let's tell a story. Let's make a body of work that tells your story.
And then telling live experience will pop off.
Say a prayer. Oh, say a prayer for you. Oh.
Oh shit, you want to keep going? Okay.
I don't know. I just was feeling.
All of
She
my
wanna
albums
keep
have been my
going.
babies, but this one I'm watching turn into a teenager because it's evolved so much. And I think I'm the most proud of this one. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity and the time to make it perfect the way I want it. It's gonna be about where I am today and what I'm looking for and who I am. Me embracing my queer self, going for it fearlessly is where I'm at today
She
and
looked
what I want my
She looked much happier during these photo shoots.
music to represent too. It's a different level of connection and I'm ready to go there with my fans.
The exciting part for me is this album feels like every piece of her. Not just the Demi Lovato that we know, not just the advocate, just all of her combined.
Demi is finally being as honest as she should be and as she needs to be.
Demi is relentless about fighting for anybody she feels is being slighted or doesn't have a voice.
How are you, Demi?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
You wrote a song called Commander in Chief, which is
Yes.
basically sort of a letter to the president.
I was thinking about the music that's out there right now, and I was like, why isn't anyone talking about what's happening? I've got to
True.
help other people by telling a bigger story. You know, being in LA when all of these protests were going on, understanding that, like, I can never understand what people of color deal with on a daily basis. It was just a lot.
Won't give up. Stand our ground. We'll be in the streets for your commander in chief.
It's a part of growing up, finding what's important to you, and then figuring out what it is that you want to leave on this earth when you're gone. There's bigger things to talk about than me.
There's different ways to vote. You can mail in.
I actually just got word from Mom that my
See, bruh, probably a million more people went and voted just because she's saying stuff like this.
ballot arrived at the house.
It really takes a strong person to speak up, be open to the backlash and people that oppose those opinions, and still hold tight to them. Now, more than ever, she's taken hold of that power.
We're looking for a body of work that makes everyone just completely blown away.
Yeah, I think one of the most powerful songs is Dancing with the Devil.
I agree.
Oh, when she played me Dancing with the Devil, I was like, you can't. You're releasing this?
Dancing with the Devil is incredible, although it's so painful to listen to.
Dancing with the Devil can be really scary when I think back to the person that I used to know my sister as, but I don't think the person my sister is now dances with the devil.
Your friends and family say you're the best liar, and you've said similar things in the past, that you're done with hard drugs. So why is this time different?
I haven't relapsed in drugs and alcohol. That's something that I'm very proud of. I decided to
That was 2017.
drink, and I made that decision to find balance, and I've been doing awesome ever since. The one slip up that I ever had with those drugs again, the scariest thing to me was picking up heroin and realizing, wow, this isn't strong enough anymore, because what I had done the night I overdosed was fentanyl. And that's a whole other beast.
Dang.
Realizing the high I wanted would kill me was what I needed to get me clean for good. I have full faith that you're not going to open up TMZ and see another overdose headline. But I also say this with humility, that this is a very powerful disease. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm invincible. I have to work every day to make sure that I'm in a good place so that I don't go to those things. Time.
Wake up positive. So if you guys want to wake up positive, you know, the person who doesn't do that, which I don't do this, but I'm giving you guys words of whatever. Wake up early and just work out. That's what they say, like helps stuff like that.
The only thing that will work for people, and over time you'll see that like I'm good. You can't change someone's mind who thinks that I'm a junkie, and I will always be one. I'll just have to show them differently.
I worry. I'll always worry whether she smokes a joint or not. I mean, I would worry anyway.
Yeah, I'm always gonna worry. There's no way not to.
Nothing she's doing right now at this moment is gonna put her back in the ICU. I feel like she's got everything under control. And that's just how I feel right now.
My sister has prevailed time and time again.
She knows her limits, and I know her. At the end of the day, I just hope she knows that, like, I'm always here for her. I have her back.
I think this is the first time that I could comfortably, not that I would, but I could comfortably walk away with full trust and faith in you, knowing you got this now.
That's good, bro.
True.
I decided I'm getting my hair cut on Monday. I've been thinking about this for actually years and never had the balls to do it. As I'm talking about this and as I'm healing and growing and working and doing all this stuff, it's just that developmental trauma that really sticks with you and kind of sticks with everyone into the rest of their lives. And that's a part of why I'm chopping my hair off, is because I want to be free of all of that. I want to be free of not only my developmental trauma, but the gender norms that were placed on me as a kid and the sexuality norms that were placed on me in my church. I feel like right now it just represents the femininity that I have always been too afraid to let go of. Bye!
Sheesh.
It's very symbolic of letting go of my past, letting go of the old me, part of me that was too afraid to really live my truth.
Oh my God, I feel it.
This whole thing is a learning process for me too, of no longer having
they
any
cut it
fear
off the
and
top.
just going forward with what I want
She
to
got
do.
had like that little.
I know that when I get this haircut, people are going to have opinions and say things. Some people are going to be like, oh no, why'd she do that? She had great hair, blah, blah, blah. I'm not living my life for other people, or their headlines, or their Twitter
That's
comments.
what you gotta do.
I pray for her every night. We talk every single morning and every single evening. I hope to spend the rest of my life with her, and I just have to trust in her where she is now.
I absolutely trust her, but there's always gonna be a part of me that's like, all right, she could get away with murder.
I've had a lot of lives, like my cat, you know, I'm on my 9th life, and I don't know how many opportunities I have left. It's interesting. Life ebbs and flows. Life is fluid, and I'm fluid, and that's all I know.
Bruh, they ended off that last episode. Hey, listen, you know, hopefully she's like free, you know. Well, I mean, obviously she's not gonna be 100%, you know, sober, but hey, she's getting to a better point. You know, you can see the mood and everything starts to change in this episode. It is the final episode, but I do need to react to the Simply Complicated documentary. You guys wanted me to react to that as well. But hey man, this whole series has been amazing. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching this with me. Y'all have showed a lot of support on these past uploads on this series right here, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for that. But other than that, man, hey, I hope you guys did enjoy the reaction. If you guys did, man, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button on the way to 6,000 subscribers. Not those people, koala camera, Kevin, I'm out this time. Peace out. Love you guys.